Good day, sir. I am Dela Cruz from BSEE 2A. In this video, I'm gonna explain what is variables and the two different types of variables, and I hope this will do good.
So what is variables? It is the characteristic that is being studied and also be called data. Understanding variable, you must know specific information that varies across individual or objects like age, gender, birthplace, marital status, weight, height, and so on. There are two types of variables, qualitative variables and quantitative variables. Qualitative variables represent differences in quality, character, or kind but not in amount. In simple, it is basically descriptive data based on observations which we use words and not numbers. When we think of it, qualitative variables usually involves the five senses like what we see, smell, hear, touch, and feel. For example, the color of her eyes is brown. Or you can say, I was born in Valera Aurora. That means qualitative variables, we describe data which include sex, marital status, birthplace, color, and so on. Now, let's move on to quantitative variables. When it comes to quantitative means numerical in nature, such as 5, 8, 12. In qualitative, if we use words, in quantitative, we use numbers. That is the difference. And there's also two types of numerical data under quantitative variables, and that is discrete variable and continuous variable. Now, discrete variable is based on counting using integral values. For example, there are 8 dogs in bed. That is discrete number. You can have 8 dogs, but you cannot have 8.5 dogs. That's not possible. So when we're counting, let's say, animals or objects, it's based on whole numbers or zero as well, but you can't have any number in between. Another example of discrete variable can be a number of students in classroom or number of calls received in a day, and others. That is discrete variables. Now, I'm gonna talk about continuous variables. Continuous variables is a variable that can assume any numerical value over an interval. It is something that can be measured. For example, the distance between the seats of students. It doesn't have to be 1 meter or 2 meter. It could be somewhere in between. It could be 1.25 meter or 1.50 meter. So it doesn't have to be a whole number. That would be a type of continuous variable. Another example of continuous variable that can be measured are speed, height, weight, and so on. To review, anything that can be counted would be discrete variable, and anything that can be measured is continuous variable, which both under the category of quantitative variables.